Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, and then I suppose just an overview of everything else. So Bitcoin's now lost the 107,000, but it has on the 4 hourly, and rejected on the centre of a Bollinger Band on the 4 hourly as well. So the next supports exist here, 106,700, and then your Golden Cross retests, which they are down here. Fresh one on the simples, which gives you a 50 around here, and the 200 here, which is 105,700, and then the exponential 105,400. Lots of bullish divergence or hidden bullish divergence on the way down so far on the 4 hourly. So a bounce is very likely on this one, any one of those levels. Now, if we go over to the daily, what we see is above all moving averages with 106.7, and then you've got basically 106, and then a big one down here at 104. I think the 4 hour is probably a better bet to look at. I think that's where we're headed. I think that's where we're bouncing from, and with that should come an alleviating bounce for everybody else. It's all looking quite nice. Honestly, I don't really feel like there's anything going on which is a problem around on any of these charts, but just been flicking through them this morning. Yeah, we've seen this sort of this behaviour on XRP, but look, at the end of the day, we're still above moving averages, the majority of them. We were waiting for that trend signal to play, and we've started to play already, so the cheeky span's well above price action now. To cancel this out, the price would have to drop today down to $2.12. And conversion baseline are diverging from here to here, so this one looks like a 4 hourly trend. And again, if you're going to revisit anywhere to get tapped and then sort of continue from there, obvious place is going to be around here, 220, and then over the next probably 24-48 hours you're going to get a Golden Cross retest on that one. Let's have a look at the broader markets. So we've got US 500, so the S&P's futures market, still trending up. This one had a trend signal on it, still trending. So this is the power of these trend signals. It doesn't mean you don't get pullbacks. Honestly, don't get me wrong. Don't think that when you have a cross like this, it only goes up. No, that's not at all the case. No, of course it's going to come down. We just don't want to see this cheeky span close inside of price action. So if we do come down, you don't want to see a drop further than 1.7%, 6,090. Mostly, if we are going to drop on this one, the 4 hourly should get you supported around 6,165. And then obviously looking over to the daily, we're just trending as just anyway. There's no problems on this one. Just continuously trending with no weakness forming whatsoever. Last week was banging, looking really good over here still. So yeah, pump signal. Yeah, it's all very good. And again, looking over to Bitcoin's weekly, we've still got the trend signal trending as well on the weekly. The interesting thing about this one is obviously if we do pull back on Bitcoin, you can sustain a pullback down to 98,000 this time. And still have the trend. Next week it would be higher, so I'll pull back to 101,000. The week after that I'll pull back to 102,400, and that's fine. But then the weeks after that you can actually come down a hell of a lot lower, to the point where towards, well, I mean, this is going to be, how many more weeks is this now? 63 days, 9 bars, 9 weeks, and how many would this be? 9 bars, 3 weeks. Okay, interesting. So, yeah, it takes us to September, to be honest with you, before we can start to see some real lows. Yeah, let's not think too hard about what that means, but all I'm saying is that if we do trend up higher, or if we just stay static and then start to go lower in 9 weeks, the trend signal would technically be able to be in play still, because the Chiku span would be above the price action. Let's not consider that as a real thing. Let's always just think about the target of September. That's all we should think about. Right, the next thing, just having a quick look at Ethereum. So Ethereum's weekly is still reasonable. I mean, looking at it here, we're bouncing from the 20 moving average on a weekly. We've broken out of this silly RSI, which was basically formed on a different time frame, but the breakout is still there. We're trying to form a golden cross. It's pretty weak. I wouldn't really say we're massively bullish or bearish on this week, on this daily right now. And the 4 hourly, neither bullish nor bearish, so we're still trying to form a golden cross while being rejected from a death cross. So breakouts from this one will be above $2, sorry, $2,550 we'll call it. Close on a 4 hourly, continuous move from there. Breakdown from here, yeah, below where we are right now, and then your measured move would be towards, it's probably just taking off another $100 off the price. Not a big problem at all. I'm doing a bit of a promotion for BloFin, so if you want to set up an account, you get 10 or 20% cash back on your deposit that you put in, plus you get 10% off your trading fees for life. Links in the description below for that one, and yeah, enjoy the fun. I'm doing some trading on it at the moment, nice and cautious. A few 3x's here, a few 3x's there, because I'm using a slightly larger funds than I would usually, so smaller leverage, you know. But the one that I was most interested in after this week's stream, so just literally just last the Sunday just gone, the one I was most interested in, surprisingly, was Algorand this time. So I got, you know, and I'm a hodler of these ones too. So Algorand and Atom are the two altcoins at the moment that I've actually got futures positions on. This one's got a trend signal, obviously. Obviously, we've got this big move pending for what could be a giant reversal on the weekly. So again, you know, it's not for no reason. I'm not just longing stuff for no reason. And Atom, despite looking pretty terrible, is also doing the same kind of thing. You know, 1, 2, big moves with bull div there. And we've got the trend signal in place still. We just need to start to see some movement up. But to be honest, I took this position on Atom the week prior, so my stop loss is at break even down here. So anyway, I'll leave with you there. Yeah, like I say, set an account up if you want to do all that. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.